Hi everybody, welcome back to the kid-friendly video channel. If this is your first time coming to our channel, what we're doing is we're taking cars from Pixar Cars and we're changing them into something else. For example, here is Miss Fritter from Cars 3. She's now the school bus of doom, but she's actually colored after the famous Fabulous Doc Hudson. All these cars here that are blue are tributes to Doc Hudson. Even Chick Hicks, look. Fabulous Chick Hicks, Fabulous Sally. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that lightning stripes in the hood too. Fabulous Sheriff, Fabulous the King, Fabulous Flo, even Fabulous Luigi and Guido. And we are taking requests from people. We have a few more requests to go. We have one here, Aaron Clocker. I don't know who that is, but he's in Cars 3. And we have Pat Traxon. I'm all set to do Pat Traxon. And here's the car I'm going to use. Look at that. That's Red Rod Torque Line. I can use him as the other pace car, or whatever it is, the official. And we have requested a Curbler. I'm not sure what car to use there. I'll keep looking around. Send me your suggestions if you can think of who to use to make him. Probably Daniel Swervez. I have an extra one of him. Okay, let's put those away. So yesterday we took the tractor and we made a new wheel for him in a Play-Doh. See it? So now the tractor's happy. He can actually go back to the fields and get tipped over by Mater next time Mater's messing around. And look, look at this here. Look, this is the car that started it all. This whole series of painting cars came from the Cars 3 movie when we saw Primer Lightning McQueen only for a few minutes in the movie Cars 3 after he had his huge crash. He came back to Radiator Springs all painted gray, and I said to myself, gee, I wish I had an actual Primer Lightning McQueen. So I took one of my regular McQueens and painted it Primer Gray. And it's been very popular, so I started painting all these cars, and I got all the cars from the Crazy 8 series back here. Even Pizza Planet delivery truck. It's right here. There's Mater converted. See, pretty good job. And there's Fair Game, Taxi Driver number 42. All these cars, Dr. Damage. That's actually TJ. Oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch. I don't remember the names. Jimbo's one of my favorites. It's actually Mater. Looks like Jimbo. Smashed up pretty good. And there's Superfly back here in the corner. That was actually Nigel Gearsley. I even have Spider McQueen. See him? And there's Downtown Radiator Springs. And there's Madge. Someone didn't like Madge from Thomas and Friends. She's taking Thomas back to Island of Sodor. There's a whole town of Radiator Springs back there. And there's Red, the original Red. See him? Now I actually have a fabulous Red. Where did he go? He's right here. He's red. Painted with the colors of Fabulous Doc Hudson. Somebody say it looks like a clown. Maybe you're right, that little red nose doesn't look too good. Maybe I should change it to something else. What color will I make his nose? Okay folks, what we're going to do today is I have a few more fabulous cars to make. I'm going to use Ramone today to make Fabulous Ramone. Because we're making the whole town fabulous. And I already used two Ramones already. There's Cigalert from Cars 3. It's a demolition derby car, number 22. And I also have Liability. It's another Ramone. There used to be two exhaust pipes right there coming out of his hood, and I lost and they're made of Play-Doh. So there's two Ramones already used, and this one here is going to be Fabulous Ramone. So what we're going to do today right now is take out our gray paint and put a coat of primer gray all over Ramone. Then we'll do his wheels red and his tires black. Okay, let's get the paint set up. So there's a little paintbrush, and there's Ramone. I'm going to do the whole thing primer gray, and then I'm going to paint this fabulous blue, Doc Hudson blue, right, Fabulous Ramone here, and number 51 on the here, and maybe here, and on the doors. See, the thing is, Ramone doesn't have a number, so we're going to give him the number of Doc Hudson. All the other cars that I've made fabulous have their own number, like Lightning McQueen is 95, he's Fabulous Lightning McQueen. There we go, lots of primer. I'm going through quite a bit of primer. If you guys are watching these videos all the time, you see I prime the cars first thing every time. Just gives them a nice coat, and there goes Ramones. Every one of the Ramones are beautiful paint jobs on them, that's for sure. And I'm going to cover his front, and I put nice white eyes on him again, and do his bumpers, and I might do his bumpers in gray again. Gray when I'm finished, but I want to do this whole thing gray now. Get it all done up right nice. And then I can go back and do the tires and wheels, and I'm going to try and keep his windows paint free. And somebody made a suggestion, yes, I should cover the windows, and I used to do that, but it takes so darn long to cover the windows with tape. It's part of the biggest job. I used to spray paint the cars down here first, and what happened was there's so much overspray everywhere. I literally had to stop spray painting because the spray paint was everywhere. There's dust all over the whole work area here, and I stopped doing it. And this has been so much more fun actually doing with the brush. And I mentioned a few times in the video, if this is your first time here, I want to tell you, I contacted some toy companies to see if they would make this toy, like a primer series of cars. So say you get your own primer Ramone at the store. It looks gray. It'll look like this in a few minutes. And then it comes with some paint, so you can paint your own car. And if you buy a bunch of little cars, you get all kinds of different paint. You can paint in different colors. So some guys do really good jobs. I keep saying this guy's name again, Little Harky. He does a good job. He got a bunch of cars painted. And he's always commenting on my videos, and I appreciate it. And I know mine aren't as good as his, that's for sure. But he sticks with it. And I know some more of you guys are doing them too. Look at the nice taillights on Ramon. Check it out. Oh my goodness. I made the race official the other day, and the whole time I was painting his eyes, I was off camera. So sorry for that, guys. I watched the video after I did it, and I said, oh no, I missed. I have my camera like this here. So sorry about that. It's hard to paint and talk and keep focused on the camera at the same time, guys, and I'm doing my best. I promise. I promise to try and do better. So there, we're gonna have the whole town of Radiator Springs dedicated to Doc Hudson, and eventually we're gonna do a video tribute to Doc Hudson. What we're gonna do is gonna bring all the cars in the Radiator Springs that are dressed or painted as Fabulous Doc Hudson. We're gonna have a video about that. And you remember the scene in Cars 1 where Doc Hudson became Lightning's crew chief at the very end? That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a tribute to Doc. And everyone knows Doc's not in Cars 3. We know that. What we're going to do is go back to Cars 1 again. We're going to pretend we're back in Cars 1. And when Lightning wins the big piston cup in Cars 1, we're going back to Radiator Springs, and everyone's going to be painted the same color as Doc Hudson. That's going to be the video, a tribute. We even got Luigi and Guido painted. And we got red. I don't want to do Lizzie because Lizzie doesn't, I don't think she pays so much attention. So we don't want to paint Lizzie. We're going to leave her the same color. I don't think she'd know what's going on if we painted Lizzie, Fabulous Lizzie. But we got Sarge and Fillmore left to do, so they'll be done next week. So keep coming back. Watch the videos and we'll have, oh, this is going to be hard. No, somebody was right. They said I should paint, put tape around the eyes. Yes, that's true. Here goes, folks. It's going to be very difficult. I don't want to get any, because Ramon has very narrow eyes. See? In every video, I think, every car, Ramon has very, very low eyes. There. That's the best I can get with the primer. There you go, folks. Primer Mater. Primer Ramon for the third time. And we come back, we'll leave this dry in the heat lamp. We'll come back with our first coat of Doc Hudson blue on it. Look, I managed to save the windows too. Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, there's Primer Ramon. Beautiful job. I love when I put them on the heat lamp. It dries it really fast, and it looks really good. Now here's the blue for Doc Hudson. I mean, Fabulous Ramon, I should say. It's the same color as Doc Hudson. Okay, let's get this straight up. And I'll put the first coat of this beautiful blue paint on Ramon, and the first step towards him becoming Fabulous Ramon. Now I have to make sure the camera's running. I always check now because sometimes I forget, and I end up talking to myself for about 10 minutes and not recording. Has anybody ever done that before, like recording and not recording? It makes you feel pretty, you know, what the heck, I was just talking for 10 minutes and didn't record. But thanks again, folks, for all your support in this video series of creating Pixar custom cars. I got a lot of people now, like I said, making their own customs. I really like to see that. Sometimes if you send me a link, I can put the link on my channel and everyone can see your creations as well. And I really like that because I'm actually inspiring other kids to do the same thing. This is the kind of thing I did when I was a kid. I had little toy cars home and I did the same thing. And also I did bigger things when I got older. I painted my bicycle. I even painted parts of cars, real cars. And I'm not very good at that. As you can see, my work here is probably as good as what I used to do painting real cars, which is why I don't do that anymore. But look at this thumbprint right in the paint. This is so hard to hold on to. This is Ramone, got tiny little wheels. See, I'm just holding it by the wheels. And that's okay. That's why we have lots of paint. We can cover our mistakes. It's easier to cover the mistakes on a tiny car than is a real car. I found that out the hard way. Especially when you mix up the paint and it's the wrong color and you try to match the car. Ooh, they don't like that very much. So there we go, folks. We're just getting a little bit first coat on this time, and I'm trying to keep the windows clean and the eyes clean of any paint. Anyway, like I said before, keep sending your suggestions and I do read the comments and I reply to as many as I can. This is like I said, this is the best series I've had ever with this YouTube thing. I know there's some big changes coming to YouTube next month. Any of you guys affected by it? Send me a comment if you're affected by YouTube's change, which is going to eliminate a lot of, not eliminate, it's just taking away the monetization from lots of channels, and some of you might be affected by that, I'm not sure. But I'll tell you, it takes a lot of views on a channel to make any kind of revenue, so a lot of people don't understand that. But send me your comments what you think of that. I'm sure lots of people are watching this are saying, yes, it's affected me or it's not affected me. A lot of people are upset by it, that's for sure. And you can see why. But that's business. Wow, look at that. Now the hardest part of all, yeah, but I've been doing this since 2007. If you look back at my videos, there's 2,400 videos on my channel. And most of them are cars, trains, Cookie Monster, Dora the Explorer, the Teletubbies, even got Paw Patrol, and gee, My Little Pony. Okay, there you go. There's the first coat of Fabulous Ramone. We'll leave this dry and come back with the second coat on, then we can get serious about finishing it off. Okay guys, we're all set for the second coat. The first coat came really nice. The car's nice and warm after that heat lamp. It's not as hot as the other heat lamp. That bulb burnt out on me, so I replaced it with a lower energy bulb. So that's okay though. This is going to look pretty good. I wish I had done Ramone a long time ago. Everyone's been asking for Ramone for a long time. Fabulous Ramone. But I had so many requests. All those V8 cars, I mean all those Crazy 8 cars had to be done. And I got every one of the Crazy 8 cars done from Cars 3. Cigalert was the first one I did. I think I did a live stream of that one. But I don't do live streams anymore because they don't get the views, and I can't edit them, and I can't depend on the paint being dry when I go to put the second or third coats on, so I stopped doing live streams. But it was fun for a while, but it just wasn't practical to do live stream when you're painting cars. It's like trying to do a live cartoon series. Can't do it. Try the writer's nuts making live cartoons, which is impossible. So we're just going with the flow here, folks. We're trying to, the series is going to come to an end pretty soon, and I'm going to have to come up with a new series. If you got some suggestions to give me some ideas to keep it going, I'd really appreciate it. I'm looking for ideas what I can do next. I have to grow my audience. The audience grew quite a bit watching these videos. I've increased my views from maybe 300 per video to 5,000 per video, so that's pretty good. Lots of popularity there. But I'm trying to keep it going. I want to grow. I want to get the views up to about 1 million a day if I can. That would be awesome, especially with the changes coming to YouTube. A lot of people are going to be disappointed, but a lot of people will be very happy. There, look at that. Nice. Oh, that second coat came nice. Did I miss anywhere? I missed the back, that's what it was. I missed the back end. I'll fix that up too. I want to do the tail lights and the license plate gray. Tail lights will be red again. That is nice. Okay folks, the second coat of beautiful blue is finished on Ramone. Now I'm going to get some red and do the wheels inside. I'm running low on red. I have to get some more red shortly, and I have to get a small brush for this because these wheels are kind of indented in here. So I'm just going to spin the tire and bury them with red paint, just like this here. That's nice. It's going to look really great. Okay, now the back one. And oh, I got some on the tire, but I'm doing the tires anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fabulous Ramone is going to look really good. Okay, I got those two done. Now I'm trying. Lucky the paint's dry. I have to wash my hands. I'm covered with blue paint right now. Okay, and this water-based paint, not going to hurt. No worries. Here's the last one. I'll leave this dry before I do anything else because I don't want to make a mess. Okay, look at that, guys. That came pretty good. And you know what I can do actually? While I'm holding the paint, while I'm holding it like this here, I'm going to paint the bumper back gray again on the front. As long as I don't touch the wheels, I can do the bumper. Like this brush is not very clean. It's kind of must have been left out of the water. It's not smooth like it should be. That's okay though. And just around the corner right here, and that's the gray bumper. Gee, it doesn't look very good. Paint's not quite dry. Okay, Ramon, we're just gonna turn it over into the back bumper with a different brush. Oops. Touch that up later. Let's grab a different brush for the back bumper. See how it looks. Oh yeah, it's nice. I'm just gonna do the license plate gray. Anybody remember the license number of Ramone? I don't. Wow, that came nice. Now I'll use this red brush here, the same brush, to do the tail lights again. Oh, darn it! I'll have to patch up that blue I got on the side there. Look at that, nice bright tail lights. I'm gonna leave that dry, folks, but first I want to patch up a little blue I got right there. Got some red on the blue, and up front I got some gray on the blue. There's a bumper and the wheels. Now let's put this back to dry for a while. Okay, folks, the wheels came pretty good. And I need some white for the headlights, and I also have to get some black right now for the tires. I'll put a little black right there, and I'm gonna try that old trick where I hold the tire and spin it with my finger so I can get the black paint on it. Perfect. That's one. 3 more to go without getting any paint on it, and I wash my hands off. As you can see, there's no more paint on them. Go. Now the hard part is getting these two without putting my fingers on the paint on the other side. Okay, here goes. These are pretty good. Actually, I didn't get much paint on them. There. This is a nice tribute to Doc Hudson. Fabulous Ramone. Black wheels, red tires, red wheels, black tires. Sorry. There. 4 tires are done, and I got some black paint right up there, which I can easily fix now because I have a little blue right here. Oh my, is that on my fingers or what? Yeah, it's on my thumb. Look, paint everywhere. Just gonna fix this here and right here. Then I'm gonna leave it dry because I don't want to get any more black paint on the car at all, because I had to paint the numbers on everything. Okay, let's leave that dry, and we'll come back in a few minutes when that's all dry. Okay, guys, we're getting down to close to the finish line here. We're at this well over an hour now. There's Fabulous Doc Hudson, and he has number 51 on the 4 corners of his roof. I'm gonna try that first. Now this has white wheels, but the real Fabulous Hudson Hornet has red wheels, so I have to leave that alone. And he has number 51 on the back fenders. I'm gonna try that too in yellow. So first thing I'm gonna do is get my little thin brush right here. I cut off most of the bristles, and I'm gonna try and write 51 in the 4 corners up here. See how that works. Now this is a tribute to Doc, so that's why I'm putting his number on. If Ramon was a race car, I'd put his number on there, but he doesn't, so I'm just gonna put Doc Hudson number in the 4 corners, and in the back, this is where the camera's above up in the air to look down and see the number on the car. See, that's why they have numbers on the roofs of cars, because you can see it from the stands. But everybody would know who Doc Hudson is, that's for sure. Okay, and he was the crew chief for Lightning McQueen in Cars 1 at the very end. Now, at the first, of course, he didn't like Lightning McQueen because he's a race car in town. Now, see if I can get 51 back here in this fender. And I'm going to write Fabulous in white and Ramone in yellow underneath it. Now, 51 back here. This brush is working pretty good. Somebody suggested I use a toothpick dipped in the paint. I tried that, but I didn't get enough paint on the toothpick, and I kept having to refresh it all the time. Wow, that came really nice. And it says twin H power on the hood of Hudson Hornet. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put number 51 just on the engine hood right here. That's nice. Look at that. Beautiful. And what else? Oh yeah, I need some white paint for the headlights. Need a little bit of white. A couple of drops. And grab a little brush. Oh, that's got yellow on it. That's my favorite brush. And here's another brush with hardly any bristles on it too. And do the headlights nice and bright white. Wow, well that's all I'm going to do with the front. I don't want to change any of that. Now when I come back in a few minutes, I'm going to write Fabulous on the side. Let's let this dry first. Okay, Ramon's all dry now. I'm going to write the word Fabulous, if I can, in white on the whole side here. Here it goes. Fabulous. Now I took the wrong brush by mistake, so I'll turn it over. Now I'm going to do Fabulous on the other side with the better brush. Hopefully it comes out better. Fabulous. Perfect. Now if I can get the word Ramone in yellow underneath that, see how that goes. So use a nice thin brush. It fit. Perfect. Let's try the other side now. Okay, here goes. Fabulous Ramone. Well guys, that's all I'm going to do with Fabulous Ramone. Let's clean up this here and have a look at it. There folks, I'm really pleased with Fabulous Ramone. He turned out, I think, better than I expected, or better than I hoped. And there's Fabulous Doc Hudson right next to Glitter Storm, which is Jackson's Storm. We made him ourselves his demolition derby car. It's covered in glitter. And there's Fabulous Smokey, number 51. That was Doc Hudson's trainer back in the old days. And of course we have Fabulous Sally, Fabulous Chick Hicks, Fabulous Cruz Ramirez, Fabulous Sheriff, Fabulous King, Fabulous Ramone, Fabulous Luigi and Guido. And I probably missed one or two somewhere else, but there you have Fabulous Ramone. Let me know what you think. Send in your comments and send in your suggestions. Thanks for watching folks, and have a great day.